There have only been a handful of different title designs for the Intercontinental Championship since the title debuted in 1979, so let's rank every single one of them. Hello everybody, my name is Mark Izzo from the Burning Hammer podcast, and on this video we're going to rank every single Intercontinental Championship. But before we do that, make sure to listen to the Burning Hammer podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Plus, you can watch it on YouTube at The Burning Hammer. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're on our YouTube. And the best way to stay up to date with when we release new episodes of the podcast is to follow us on our social media. You can follow us on Twitter at The Burnt Hammer. You can follow us on Twitch at The Burning Hammer Podcast. And you can follow us at The Burning Hammer on everything else. We put clips that are exclusively on our social media and that are nowhere else. So make sure to follow us on there. Plus, we live stream. So that's why you got to make sure to subscribe to our YouTube and follow us on Twitch. With that being said, let's jump into the video. Although the company may get credited with a ton of different designs, there have really only been 4 different designs that have been a complete redesign. A bunch of titles just got tweaked here and there, or they got the color of their strap changed. So I'm not going to be ranking every single one based off of the different colors of the straps, or if they had to change the logo or anything like that. So these are just the main center plate rankings that I've got. Coming in at number 4 is the WWF Intercontinental Championship from 1979 to 1984. This is just a bad title design. It's the first one, so you may want to just give it some leeway. However, it's just a bad title design. This is a time where it really kind of just looks more like a trophy as opposed to like a championship belt that you would wear around. It looks very sharp, but I will say it is gold. I will say there are some decent details to it. It's got a nice burgundy strap, although the strap is small. I'm a huge fan of a burgundy strap, and it's got a lot of gold, and it's the first one. So it's the worst design, but again, you just maybe want to cut it some slack because it is the first design. However, there are a lot of really good championships that came around this time throughout the company, so the fact that this one is so damn ugly, I don't know what they were doing. Coming in at number 3 is the WWF Intercontinental Championship, which was active from 1984 to 1986. This is not the worst title design I've ever seen. I just think that it could have a bit more detail in the center plate. It just seems like a massive gold plate with just a bunch of gold side plates on it. That being said, it is a lot of gold. It does have some decent detail in it, but I think in terms of the Intercontinental Championship, it is the second worst design in the history of the company. Coming in at number 2 is the WWE Intercontinental Championship, which was active from 1998 to 2011. Now, this is the classic oval Intercontinental Championship, and it had a couple different iterations of it throughout the years. It's just they changed the logo, or they may have just tweaked the design slightly because, like I said, they changed the logo of the company. They went from the classic WWF gold logo to the scratch WWF logo to then the scratch WWE logo throughout the years. So they have a couple different designs, but nothing really has changed in the design over those couple championships because they had 3 different total designs for that belt specifically, but there are minimal changes just in the logo. I think it is a great title. I think it's one that is probably slept on for the Intercontinental Championship. I almost put it at number 1, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't get myself to do it. I think in terms of championships, this one is definitely a sleeper, and especially in terms of the Intercontinental Championship, I think that this one doesn't get enough credit. And coming in at number 1 is the title that everybody knows, that everybody loves, is the WWF Intercontinental Championship, which had a reign from 1986 up until 1998, and then they brought it back in 2011 to 2019. And this may be a hot take, but I prefer it with the black strap. I'm not a huge fan of the white strap. I don't know if this is just because we've gotten it so many times recently. Like, they brought back the white strap, and then we've just gotten it a ton, and then it just sort of loses its specialness because I think they just brought it back one too many times. And I think that I just prefer black straps over white straps. I think the fact, I wish WWE would have their women's straps not be all white, but then, how would they be able to tell the women's titles from the, because they're all the same design? So that's the only reason they did that. But this is a title, a few different color changes in the app. We've got like a mustard yellow, a mint blue, and then white, and then you've got a gold, all held by wrestlers. Shawn Michaels, the light blue. Shawn Michaels also held with Jeff Jarrett and Triple H. And you got the Ultimate Warrior's yellow strap Intercontinental Championship. And then you've got Goldust gold strap. But the title, again, just like the last title, it had a couple different design changes just because they changed up the logo a couple of times. But I think the original one from 1986 to 1988 is by far the best design. But again, they're all the same design, just a minimal change. I just prefer the black strap over the white strap. All right, that's going to wrap up the video. Let me know in the comments below, which Intercontinental Championship design do you think looks the best?